What's up? So today I'm just trying something fun, just for the heck of it, you know? Something I've been curious about for a long time as I stare at this little practice amp in the corner of my room next to these big bad boys all the time. I'm thinking, what would the difference sound like between the two of them? I should just check that out for fun. So that's what I'm trying here today. What does the big bad boy on the block here, Peavey 6505 Plus, through a Peavey Invective cab, which has the creambacks and Celestion vintage 30s in an X pattern. How does that sound versus my very first amp ever? This is the one that I've had since probably like 1989. This is a Peavey Rage 108, little 12 watt solid state that many early riffs were written on. Even like I wrote the Implements of Destruction solos and stuff like that on this amp in my room. Many of you guys have seen in the Chimera's Dehumanizing Process DVD. This is the one right here. I break it out just from time to time if I need it just for something super small or some little task. But, and it always comes through. And it has, like I said, since 1989. I remember the first time bringing it home and just hearing distortion for the first time, like in my room and stuff, and how amazing that was. I thought I sounded so awesome because you could just do anything, you know, and it'd still sound awesome because you had distortion. So that was cool. Got them both just quickly mic'd up with a 57 on each one there. And what I got going on here is I've had this old AB selector box that I've also had since, I don't know, I'd say the late 90s, and these things suck. I've always thought they suck. I've got a couple of them, and they introduce noise into your signal just in a bad way. They're probably like, I don't even remember, $50 units, maybe $100 units at the time or whatever. But anyways, let's try it out here. What should we start with? This is the 6505 Plus. Exactly like I expected to sound. Switching over to the Peavey Rage 108. I'll try to play like a similar riff, you know. So, an obvious difference, immediate right off the bat. This one just has, you know, just depth and power, completely unmatched by this. But at the same time, I think that this has a certain presence about it. Probably that I could still dial in on the 6505 if I wanted to increase that. But I mean, I just have my normal settings going on here, what I always have played with in the studio and live. And I even tried to do the EQ kind of the same on this one. I've got they call it the super stat. That's the distortion, like super saturation maybe, all the way up. That's how I always played that one. This one, pre-gains almost all the way up. But like I said, I tried to match that EQ pretty well. I think the additional resonance and presence on this one adds a lot to that punch. But I mean, nothing too surprising here. This one sounds badass. And the difference, like, I think this said like 15 watts or something. And I looked on the back of this, 120 RMS, but even though it says 400 watts, so I don't know what that difference is, but the power is incredible. I have this barely even turned up at all just to keep it like at a low level here or whatever. So, I mean, you know how that is. The more you turn up a tube amp, just the better it sounds, the more it saturates, and you just get the full just beauty of those tubes. screaming at you. So we're not getting the full what this thing is capable of by any means, but still, I mean, it sounds killer. Another thing you could do with this is put them both on at the same time. Let's try that. And I'll pan them out to the side. Hearing it in stereo like that, at least for me, it sounds killer in the room. Actually, I mean, they both sound killer in the room here. I'm not exactly sure yet until after, I finish filming this video, how it's going to sound recorded and all that. But in the room, I mean, both sound pretty good. Pretty thin harmonics there. Got a little carried away there. Here's some more both action. So again, nothing too surprising. Obviously this thing sounds badass, but you know, after, what'd I say, 1989, so shit, over 30 years, you know, this thing still does the trick and does all right. So yeah, I've been kind of, been playing these Peavey amps since the beginning. Fortunate to run into these later in life, as the career unfolded a little bit, and they're still badass. So anyways, just a cool little experiment that I thought I'd check out, let you guys hear what it sounded like. you know? What would you take with you on the road? I'm taking this guy. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you on the next one.